We are in the Tesla. We decided that an introduction to a Tesla Model S for a 21-year-old was a really good idea, and then we decided it wasn't. But we decided a test drive in this would be a good idea.
It's the BMW i3.
It is. It's the BMW i3. It's a new one with the upgraded battery. We've done a review on this car before. There's no point doing a review on it. This is purely for Beth to drive and to get a feel for it. She wants an EV. We've talked her into it. We just can't decide quite which one would be the right one for her. I
think I know what you mean.
We just can't quite decide which would be the best car for her. We've looked at the Leaf, we've looked at the Zoe, we've got the i3, this one, which gives around about anywhere between about 100 and 140 miles of electric range, and then you can get up to another 60-65 with using the range extender. Yeah. She's never driven one of these before. This is the first time for her, and the initial words out of her mouth were, "I hate that car, it's disgusting, it looks like a box."
I just think it looks, really like square and weird from the outside. It doesn't look cute. But I mean, currently I'm driving a Fiat Punto, like the old one that's like 15 years old. And before that I was driving a Peugeot 208. You can see, if you watch back on the videos, I did drive the Nissan Leaf, if you want to watch that.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that, but we thought we'd give this one a go instead.
So we're going to see how it goes. We gave it some thought about the Model S and the i3, and based on the size of the Model S and the size of the i3, we thought this was probably a much better idea. It was Beth's choice. We took a look at them, and she just said nah. It was that simple. So we're going to take it for a spin into Leicester, let her get a feel for it. This is a pokey car. You've got to bear in mind it's got about 170 brake horsepower, but it's also weighs about the same as a wet J cloth. Oh. Okay, steady.
Oh, I forgot about Kate's hamper. Sorry, Kate.
Initially, she said it looked like a box and she didn't like it.
I thought it was so ugly.
However, she's been driving it for about 2 minutes. What do you think?
I like the way it drives. It's really smooth driving, and it's got a bit of get up and go in it.
A bit?
Well, it's got quite a lot, to be fair.
It has.
And I actually like the interior quite a lot. It's quite roomy, spacious.
Does it not bother you that it's got a lot of recycled materials in here, like the door cards and the back of the dash?
I mean, they're not like my favourite, but it's not an issue. I think it's quite a good thing, actually. Am I going left or straight on?
Go straight on. You want to be in this lane. You see what you're doing here? You're driving far too fast.
But I have this thing that's called a brake.
Yeah, but you don't need to use the brake. That's the point of driving an EV. So you need to chill out with the way you're going. Whoa!
What?
You get in 2 lanes this way.
I was in that lane.
Sorry.
I was in that lane. I do like it. I still think the outside is not my favourite. I wish they'd done it a bit different, but I do like it in all black. I think that looks the nicest. The interior is growing on me. It's quite spacious, and it's got loads of little gadgets and things like that. And the fact that it's all made out of recycled material doesn't bother me too much. It's not like that cute. But it doesn't bother me.
Well, it's not cute. The materials.
It just looks a bit like hairy.
It does got that hairy look to it.
It looks like you know, like if you have like a white dog,
yeah.
It looks like it's got white dog hair on it. But again, it's recycled, and it's not that bad. I can live with it.
You won't get a better opinion than that. That is the truth just there.
I think ignoring that part of the interior though, I like how it's all set out. It feels very spacious. It's got loads of different gadgets that are cool. It's really easy to drive. I keep on feeling myself going for the gear stick and it's not there. I hardly ever have to touch the brake, because when I take my foot off the accelerator, it pretty much slows itself down in time.
Yeah.
And then if I feel like it's so quick at slowing itself down that I can just put my foot gently on the accelerator and it just tides me over to get to the end of the what's the word? The end of the road.
Road.
The end of the road. That'll be the one.
This car actually will bring you to a complete stop, which is good. In fact, I think this is the only EV that brings you to a complete stop, unless somebody can correct me. The Tesla doesn't. It brings you near it, but this will bring you to a stop, which I think is the right way to be. We just had a quick go at reverse parking. Over to you.
In everyday life, I'd probably give myself like an 8 out of 10 for reversing anyway, and like parking and things. Yeah, I'm really good at it.
8?
Yeah, 8 out of 10. And I just had to go in this car, and it is so easy, like so easy. And the turning circle on it, like, is so I can't explain it. Like, you basically go around in a circle.
Small.
A really small circle. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
So we've struggled with so far road and small.
Small. Those really hard words.
Yeah.
Did they tell us that it's got the same turning circle as a London taxi? I'm sure they did. Like a really good turning circle.
They might have done, but it has. You can turn it around pretty much anywhere. In terms of your daily driving,
yeah.
And where do you go? You go to Charlie's.
I go to work, which is about 10-minute drive away. But I sit in so much traffic.
Yeah.
Like so much. Sometimes it takes me an hour to get home. So it's constantly like stop start, which I think this would be good for.
It's perfect for that.
And I drive to Charlie's house, which is about 10 minutes away, and sometimes drive to the gym. Sometimes drive to the gym, not always.
Sorry to interrupt. A couple of things that a lot of people don't realise is, especially with internal combustion takes ages to warm up. So the efficiency levels of cold engines, especially diesels are down at like 11-12% when they're cold. Some of them, and they're only coming up to near 30s, low 30s, whereas this, sitting in traffic, is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And I know what people are going to say. They can say, well, you've got stop start for that. But actually, stop start, when you use stop start and it draws all that energy to start the car out of that AGM battery, it's got to put it back in, and that load ultimately goes back on the alternator. So the alternator is loaded up. That is putting extra strain on the engine. So all that energy there is coming from fossil fuels. So I agree that stop start is good in the sense that it's not pumping emissions out when you're sat in traffic. That is a good system. But when you restart the engine, that engine's got to put that energy back in, and ultimately the byproduct of that is emissions and burning fossil fuels. How do you think it feels on the road compared to your Punto?
I think my Punto, I don't know if this is going to make any sense, but when it drives, especially on like motorways, it feels really rough. Like I almost feel like it's like grinding on the ground. It probably is. It's a Fiat. It's a 16-year-old Fiat, so that possibly is. It is dragging on the ground. And it's so loud as well, like so loud. Whereas this car is so smooth to drive, and it's really light to like turn around sharp bends and stuff like that. Acceleration compared to my Fiat. I was saying to my dad earlier that when I drive my Fiat, I have to drive up this motorway near my house where you have to go up a hill to get onto the motorway, and I have to go up to about 50 miles an hour in third gear just to get it up the hill in a Fiat. Whereas in this, I could, well obviously I wouldn't have to change gears, but I could get it up the hill with no issue at all. So
in terms of running costs,
yeah,
well, we've got 28 kilowatt hour. You're looking at roughly £4.5 quid to charge this.
And it does how many miles?
And at home, if you put, let's have a look. Actually, let's put it in the highest range. So we've used a quarter, so you're looking at about 130 miles there. Looking at 130 miles in that range.
That would probably, with the driving I do, last me the whole week.
Yeah.
Because it's not that far to work. My work's probably about 4 miles away, not even that. And then Charlie's house probably the same, and the gym is probably less than that.
How do you think you get on with 4 seats? Do you ever have more than 4 people in your Fiat?
Sometimes I do, but my Fiat is rusty and old, and it squeaks when I have anyone in the back, like even one person. So I tend not to have 5 people at the back anyway. Normally it's just me and like someone else in the passenger seat, to be honest. I don't really take loads of people places. But yeah, I think I could cope with 4.
So as a daily driver, you think this would fit the bill?
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be £4 as well, about £4 to fully charge it, I probably spend about, to fill my car full, which lasts me about 2 and a bit weeks maybe, it cost me £45. So
wow.
yeah, it costs a lot to fill my tank up. I didn't think it would cost that much.
And you think one charge on this would do you all week?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Also, this is a range extender, so we have got the little motorbike engine strapped in the back, just in case you ever got caught short. Which I think is a really good thing, especially for them people who just aren't quite sure. In my head, I think Beth could probably cope with an EV. We've had EVs for so long, and she's not alien to them. We did a journey to Stoke-on-Trent in the Leaf, didn't we? We stopped and charged once.
Yeah.
And do you think you could cope with that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it doesn't take that long. Obviously, charging it at home would probably be better because I don't have to sit in the car.
Yeah.
But it's convenient that if I was doing a long journey, it would only cost me what, like £4 each charge.
So
I think
that's £6.
or £6 each charge.
Yeah.
When I went to Nan's, I had to fill my tank up, and it cost me, I think petrol in Manchester, where I got it from as well, was like really expensive.
Yeah, I think it's come down a little bit since then, but it's still quite pricey.
But it cost me a lot of money.
Did it?
It cost me like 40-ish. Am I going into this lane again? 40-ish to fill it up full tank, and then I think Grandad put £17 in there for me after.
Wow.
£17 worth at Asda. That it was on like half on my way there, but that was to get me there and back.
You've got some fuel savings there. You've also got your service and the repair costs, which they're not zero on an electric car, but they're extremely low. So
I wouldn't have to pay tax either, would I?
No, there's no road tax. How much is your road tax?
I think it's £110.
So there's £110 that you can save there.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of financial savings. The insurance would be cheaper on this for you, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been driving 3 years already with no claims.
A lot of people get a misconception that when you get into a new, more powerful car, the insurance shoots straight up. But actually, by getting you out of an old car which doesn't have standard safety features like ABS, loads of airbags, traction control, stability control, and all them sort of bits and bobs, which actually may keep you on the road. It can reduce insurance.
That'd be good. Yeah, I think my insurance at the moment is, I paid it all off in full, but it was about the average of about £55 a month.
Yeah.
At the moment, and that's because I've got no claims. But I'd like to see how much it is with one of these. So easy to drive.
What do you think your friends would think?
I think some of my friends are quite they very much like the look of cars on the outside. So like Audis and Mercedes-Benz, I think they're like really nice looking cars.
Yeah.
So I think their first look at this would probably be like the same as mine, like that's a bit square, like what is it?
Yeah.
But one of my friends said that she thinks electric cars are like one of the way forward anyway, which I agree with, definitely.
This is something I think is very important. I think it's important to convert the older generation, but I think it is equally as important to convert the younger generation, because ultimately, when we're in a box, these are going to be the people who are smoking around in these cars. So if we can convert them at this age, I think we're onto a winner.
Yeah. I think definitely, when I get a new car, it will have to be electric. I don't think I could stick with a petrol now. Like, the idea has been planted in my head, and I think I got my mindset on an electric car now. Do
it right here, darling.
Okay.
This car you can have for £299 a month. Bear in mind, it is a BMW, it's a prestige brand.
And it would save me money anyway on all the other stuff, so I've got to add that up.
You probably are going to spend more money running this car when you're coming out of a 16-year-old Punto, because a Punto doesn't owe you anything, does it? So no. You've got the ownership of the car. However, you have got the car. you've got, if, I know this doesn't apply to you at the moment, but if your electric supplier was Ecotricity, then, that's straight down there, darling. If yours was Ecotricity, you would actually get free charging when out on the move. No, go straight down. You would actually get free charging on the move. So that's good.
Yeah, that would be good.
Just pull it into the visitors' car park here, down the staff car park.
Just in like that.
Yeah, just get into the car park and then we'll.
Look at that for parking.
Beautiful. So, what do you reckon?
I do like that.
You want one?
Yeah, I think so.
What about this or the Leaf? For the way it drives.
I need to think of like the way it is. But then I feel like I need to drive the Leaf to compare.
You've driven it?
Yeah, but like, I thought I put that in park, but apparently not.
You have. There's a little bit.
Oh, okay.
No.
Like when I think back to it, I don't know. I like them both. Like the interior of this one, I think is nice. It's quite spacious. But then you said yesterday you think I drove the Leaf better than I drive this car.
We thought we'd let her drive the Leaf home as she just got out of the i3 and do a quick comparison with the Leaf again, bizarrely. So she wasn't too sure if she preferred this or the i3. So we'll find out.
On this one, compared to the BMW, I'm going to have to hit the brakes, aren't I?
You are going to have to brake, but if you let off now, you can feel it will slow you down more than your car.
And the brakes are like stronger on this one than the BMW.
Yeah.
Am I going right?
Yes, you are. It's a bit of a tricky junction.
Have I got my heated seats on again?
Yeah, do you want it off?
Yes, please. I feel like I'm weeing myself.
Is it possible that you might be weeing yourself?
That is
Good
a
to go.
possibility.
Good to
Did
go.
you see the?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Quick then, there's a guy coming.
Yeah, that's one thing, is it's not as quick as the BMW.
No. But if you take it out of eco mode, then
Oh, okay.
now sort of that's it. If you let off now, you can recuperate that energy a lot of it.
Freaky.
Yeah, they're a bit weird. They're designed to make it like there's a roundabout.
I've not been around this bit, I don't know it very well.
Okay.
I don't know Leicester very well anyway, but
This isn't the best place to test a car. But how do you feel about the way it feels when driving?
I honestly think it feels lighter. I know you say it's not, but
Okay. What about in terms of the feel on the road?
still smooth. Still like all the interior. I actually like the interior in here more than I do in the BMW.
Yeah.
I'm basically just killing off the BMW video, bit by bit.
Yeah.
Which lane?
This left-hand lane here, and then follow that Ford Focus.
Okay.
So, at the moment, as it stands,
I'm tied in more with the Leaf, I think. Let me just focus on this 1 second. It's still really smooth on the road, which I like. I love the interior in the Leaf compared to the BMW. I do like the BMW, I just prefer the interior in the Leaf. I do think it's lighter than the BMW.
Just going back to that interior, do you think it's just a little bit more conventional? It just looks a little bit more...
Yeah.
Because the i3, it's a little bit out there, isn't it?
It is. I do still like the i3 though. It feels very spacious. Almost like, not a bubble, but it feels like a bubble inside because you've got so much space in it. Whereas this, I do feel like it's a car. It just feels quite wide. But I feel like I think I drive this better than the BMW as well.
Regardless of trying to explain it, would that be a deciding factor over whether you bought an i3 or a Leaf?
In my head right now, which lane am I going in, sorry?
Follow the Kia.
Okay.
In 200 yards, speed camera.
Thank you. In my head at the moment, I would buy the Leaf over the i3, I think.
Yeah.
Because of the way it drives, based on the way it drives, and I find
Go in that lane.
I find it easier to drive than the i3, I think. Nothing against the i3, I'd definitely recommend it to anybody that wants it. It's got a lot of good factors about it.
you ain't going to smoke the BMW. I'll tell you what though, you've done alright. Where's the Fiat?
Right back there.
Good girl.
The BMW did overtake me, the 16 plate BMW. What is that?
It's a BMW 330, I think.
But we were close,
Yeah.
but the Fiat's all the way back there.
Okay, the new Leaf has a 30 kilowatt hour battery as opposed to this one, which is a 24.
Yeah.
And the range of it is 105, maybe 110.
Okay.
Would that be better for you? I mean, it's easy going to do your daily commute,
I mean,
your weekly
That's
commute.
not much more than what this already does, though, is it?
No, but it is a little bit more. But
It's
then
a little bit more.
You haven't got the petrol to back you up. Would that worry you?
No, because my commute is only small anyway. I don't really do long journeys, and I know that I can charge it on the way if I want to do a long journey.
You want to try and get in that lane route? Beth, sorry. That is the thing. You can charge it, but you've also got the other option that your boyfriend drives a diesel Golf. So
Yeah.
when you want to go somewhere far, far away, and he loves to drive, doesn't he? Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
He loves driving that car.
Then that's it. Follow the red car. With that in mind, then you've probably got it all catered for in terms of what you need. Also, in terms of pricing, you can get these for peanuts. This model with a 24 kilowatt hour battery.
This model would suit me quite well because
What, with the leather, or would you? Because they do material. This has
Anything.
got LED lights. They do a version that's got no LED lights. Not with leather. They do a version that hasn't got sat nav. So, I personally would go for the sat nav and all that sort of caper.
yeah, I like the fact that it's got like the screen and stuff. That's quite modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do feel like the Leaf is overtaking the BMW i3 just a tiny bit.
What is it?
In my opinion.
Price?
No, I think it is the way it drives and the interior and the exterior. I prefer the interior and the exterior of this one, hands down over.
You prefer the look of this car to the i3?
Yeah, 100%.
It's a girl thing. It is a girl thing.
100%.
It's a girl thing. I wish Beth could have seen the Ioniq.
She's seen it.
No, she hasn't. Only on the video.
Yeah.
Did you saw the video, didn't you, Beth?
Yeah, I saw the Hyundai Ioniq.
What did you think?
I feel like if it was in a different colour, it would look better
Yes,
than the silver.
It does in white.
Yeah, it does look better
Yeah.
in white.
I still think I prefer the Leaf.
Yeah.
Just
Me too.
my opinion, and the interior of this I prefer to the i3. I think it's because the i3 to me doesn't really look like a car. It looks more like a spaceship.
What? And this doesn't.
This does have a weird shape to it, but to me it feels like more like a car.
From the inside.
Inside and outside it looks more like a car than the i3. 100%.
Something wrong with you, you know.
No.
Personal opinion. So, given the choice, would you have this or would you have the i3?
This. Were you hoping I'd say the i3?
But based on the looks or the price or the drive.
Everything. Based on the looks, 100% hands down Leaf over the i3. Based on, I don't know about the prices, this is cheaper.
You can get this for £149.
Based on the price, again this, and based on the way it drives, personally, for me, I need to slow down, I feel like I drive this car better and I can stick to the speed limit more. It feels more natural to me than the BMW. With that, it feels very like, I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to it, because I've not driven it for that long, but quite jolty.
The i3.
With like the regen and stuff, feels
Yeah.
very like, ooh, like when you brake.
I think that's something that you would get used to over time, but
It's still, the Leaf is still top winner for me.
1-0 to Nissan.
Yeah,
Right, should we wrap it up there?
yeah.
Thank you for watching. It's been a lot of rambling and talking.
Hope you all have a nice Christmas and a Happy New Year.
See you next time.